Good morning, my lovely light, and welcome to your 30-minute full body yoga flow intended for all levels. This class is going to give you that strength and that empowerment that you need to have a great day. Today, the card for a little bit of wisdom is the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. So take that little message and unroll your mat, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Good morning. Welcome and join me in a kneeling position. If you have a blanket, you can settle that underneath of your knees. Joining me in extended child's pose. The knees can come in more shallow, or you can open them up, press the palms, and just start sliding forward. Sometimes I know that this can be a lot at first thing in the practice, so if you need to put a block under your forehead and just reach and ground down, and we'll start this practice with deeply inhaling through the nose. Open the jaw and exhale. Focus on drawing the air in through your nostrils and melting the jaw away. And as you focus on deeply inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the jaw, I just want you to take a moment to notice whatever is going on within your mind, your body, your emotions, whatever tension, tightness, or stress is with you. Just notice it. And just being present instead of trying to avoid it. Because sometimes when we wake up in the morning, we can wake up on that quote unquote wrong side of the bed, just feeling cranky, whatever it is. And our goal of our practice is to feel better. A wonderful big breath in. Exhale. We'll draw the hands below the shoulders. Exhale. Dip the navel down. And you can just sway the hips a little side to side in a cow pose that opens up the hips. Really press and ground through the palms. Thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky finger. And just noticing any tension or tightness in your spine. And you can just really loop back with the hips and then come forward. So as you loop back, you're coming side to side. Just letting that breath be your guide here. Beautiful. And we'll come to center and we'll walk the hands side to side. This side time just neutral out your spine. So really hugging through the pelvic wall and the belly, and just rock side to side. Point the nose down towards the earth and just acknowledge what's happening in your wrists and your palms. Does it feel good to maybe lift up? You know, roll out one hand and then shake it out. Big breath comes in as you roll out the opposite hand and then shake it out. Beautiful. You can bring the hands and you can point them towards the knees, but that might not be in your practice. If you need to come to the side, that's okay. If you can walk them towards you, this time we'll inhale, rock the body forward, and exhale as you send the hips back. And you're going to notice a deep stretch in the hips, in the wrists as you send the hips back. Just be with it. One more. Good. Exhale the body forward. And this time we'll exhale the top of the hand on the right. Well, the left hand we're below the shoulder. And you'll bend and press into the elbow and ripple the body up. Exhale, ripple the body down, and inhale, press up. One more. Come back to center and maybe roll out that wrist and shake it on the right. Opposite hand, left hand now. The palm will face up, so you're bending through the elbows. It's really funky and weird, but just awaken your body. Exhale. Inhale, float up, squeeze through the pelvic wall, squeeze through the belly. Exhale, send it away. Last one. Good. And we'll exhale, shake out that wrist, and exhale this time now. Cow and cat pose. So you'll arch the spine, Chin and tailbone reach towards the sky. Push, push, push the earth away, really rounding and flexing through the spine. If you want to make this a little bit more active, in that cow pose, you can sink back into the sit bones and then ripple forward. And in the meanwhile, really pressing and rooting through the palms, thumbs, pointer, middle ring, and pinky finger, giving yourself this wave that ripples through the spine. And you can make this a little bit playful as you're warming up your body, creating a little heat, a little alive and active energy here. 2 more rounds. Find your flow, meaning 1 breath is assigned to 1 movement. Beautiful. We'll exhale the body forward. Stack the wrists below the shoulders. Hollow through the front body. You can come in for a kneeling plank. Just be mindful that the hips are not piked up like a down dog or pressing up like an upward dog. We're creating this very flat structure. You can be on the knees or you can press up into an extended plank. Inhale that breath. Exhale. Squeeze through the pelvic wall, squeeze through the belly, big breath comes in. Exhale, you can come chin, chest, and hips, or you can float down to the belly. Exhaling the forearms long for a Sphinx pose. Shift those hips side to side, walk the elbows in towards the rib cage. If this is too much, you can drive the palms forward or wing them out. Find what's in your practice today for our first gentle back bend. You'll exhale the toes down, squeeze the pelvic wall, really root the front of the pelvis down as you squeeze your glutes together. Welcome that inhalation. Through the nose, exhale, melt through the jaw. 2 more, just be present. Notice if your mind is trying to take you somewhere else. Draw it on back. 1 more. Beautiful. We'll exhale, float the head down to the mat. This time the palms will reach back up towards the sky. Inhale the forehead, shoulders, palms of the hands, and you can float the feet up, squeeze through the pelvic wall. If you're not quite ready yet, you can melt those feet down on the earth and really focus on rolling the shoulders up and back. Corset that core strength, squeeze through the belly. And if you're up, hold and breathe that inhalation. Good. As you exhale, sink the forehead down, shift the hips side to side. Inhale, raise head, shoulders, palms. This time, can you raise up, really squeezing and hovering, drawing the knees up off the mat. So maybe the mid of the front of the thighs are powered down. Squeeze through the pelvic wall, deep inhalation. Send the breath away. 1 more inhale. Can you raise up a little bit higher? Locust pose. Breath comes in. Good. Exhale, float down. You can make a pillow. You can rest the chin or cheek on the earth. Heels reach up to the sky. And just windshield wipe. A little side to side. Noticing any lower back tension or tightness. Let that breath be your guide. Beautiful. Heels will reach parallel towards the sky. Toes will come down. Hands below the shoulder. Squeeze through the pelvic wall. Draw the elbows in. You can come up to a tabletop or you can push up and back for a downward facing dog. If you had a blanket underneath of your knees, you can gently fold that and put that out of the way. So as you hollow through the palms, press thumb, pointer, ring, middle, and pinky. Really start pedaling out the heels. And I want you to just find a movement that feels good for you this morning. A movement that just allows your body to feel good, to notice those tension spaces as you do your best to drive the hips up and back, the ears aligned with the inner biceps. Sometimes it feels wonderful to relax, release the top of the foot and toes down, or bending and alternating as you bend and straighten. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Press, press, press through the palms. Root those hips up and back. Beautiful. And you can walk to the top of the mat. Exhale for Uttanasana, a forward fold. We'll inhale, raise for half of a flat back, removing any wrinkles from the neck. Root the feet down. Exhale, fold it forward for Uttanasana. Shift those hips side to side. Draw the top of the head down. You can just get this lovely stretch, the glutes and the thighs, and we'll inhale, root to rise, reverse swan dive, up to standing. Whew, you might let all those juices flow back into the head for your mountain pose. So just getting rooted through the feet, rolling the shoulders back, breath comes in. And we'll come in for a variation of a sun salutation A. And we're going to go through this 3 different times. We'll start a little bit slower, and then we'll move swift the second and third time. Inhale, hands reach up high towards the sky. Gentle back bend, tip those hips forward. We'll exhale, fold forward for Uttanasana. Exhale. Let the breath guide you as you deeply inhale. Send the breath away. One more beautiful breath here. Beautiful. We'll slide the hands up towards the base of the knees for half of a flat back. You can also have the option to slide up to the thighs, squeeze the elbows in, removing any wrinkles from the neck, squeeze through the pelvic wall, draw your belly up and back, shoulders down away from the ears, press and root your feet down into the earth. Breath guides you here. Exhale, heavy the head, hands reach down, and you can step back either for that kneeling plank or that extended plank, whatever is in your practice here. And it's okay to come down on the knees. If you need support, that's okay. Really hollow through the front body, find strength. Breath comes in. Beautiful, send it away. Exhale to the knees, sink the body back for an extended child's pose. Let the breath guide you here. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale, slither the body forward for a cobra pose. Hands are below the shoulders, shoulders up and back. So doing your best to make sure you're not just bearing all of the weight into the hands. Really press your pelvic wall down. Release the thighs and the toes down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, send it away. Beautiful. This next variation, you can come to tabletop and then back to down dog, or just press up and back, downward facing dog. Once you arrive, give yourself 3 rooting breaths, just finding yourself. You can hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold for Uttanasana. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get here. So find yourself forward fold, lift up the toes, settle them down. Can you bring your fingertips down to the mat, lift up your heels, settle them down. 2 more breaths, let the head heavy. If you're feeling a lot of tension in your head, can you shake it? Yes. Little no. Exhale, you can slide up to the base of the knees for half of a flat back. You can come to the thighs, squeeze, knit the ribs together, squeeze the pelvic wall, drive your core, like imagining you have those olden day Marie Antoinette corsets on where you're squeezing it together. Shoulders are driven down and away from the ears. You're stretching the top of the head. Exhale the body forward. Inhale, swan dive. Hands reach high to the sky into a prayer or a namaste mudra. A mudra in yoga is just our hand seal. It's ways that we can create focus and realign and shift energy within these energy meridians on our fingers. We'll, from our mountain, press high to the sky, gentle back bend. So you're just tipping the hips forward, chin reaches up, 3 breaths, welcome it in. Send it away. You're rooted, you're hugging the thighs together, you're working even though you're just standing, right? One more. This time it's the reverse swan dive forward for that Uttanasana, that forward fold, a little bit swifter this time. We'll inhale for that half of a flat back. Exhale as you'll sink the hands down. You can step to either that kneeling plank or extended plank here. 2 breaths, big breath comes in. Good. So this time, instead of a child's pose, we're coming in for a chaturanga. So you can come down, float to chin, chest, chin, and hips, or you could exhale, float. If you're ready, you can come in for an upward facing dog, or you could take that cobra. Big breath comes in. Good. Send it away, and then send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. If you needed to take a tabletop position to a down dog, that's okay. Gather your breath. Pedal out the heels. Welcome it in. Good. Your choice to walk, hop, or step to the top of the mat for that Uttanasana, that forward fold. As we come in a little bit swifter, inhale for that half of a flat back. Breath comes in. Exhale, flow the body forward. Inhale. Woo-hoo-hoo. That swan dive comes up. Hands meet at the heart center. Catch that free little energy rush or rise as you settle in and shake it on out. And we'll come in for one last round of a sun salutation. This time we're going to flow with it. So if you need to slow down, we're going to flow with it. It's going to be fun, okay? Let's get rooted through our feet. Maybe shake your booty, shake your shoulders, shake your hips. Inhale, raise the hands overhead for a Namaste Mudra. Press the hips and the heart forward. Breath comes in. Exhale, reverse swan dive forward for Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale for that half of that flat back. Exhale, reach the hands down below the shoulders. Step back either into that kneeling plank or extended plank. Breath comes in. Good. We'll exhale for that chaturanga, or you can come down, chest, chin, hips, or exhale, chaturanga, shift forward. If you're coming in for the chaturanga on the toes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the elbows in, transition the weight forward, swooping those hips up. And then exhale, send it back either to tabletop, to a down dog, or just to that downward facing dog. Breath welcomes in, sends it away. One more, be present. And you can either hop, step, or walk to the top of the mat for exhale, Uttanasana, that forward fold. Inhale, half of a flat back. Exhale, sink the body forward, swan dive, hands up to standing. Namaste Mudra, palms kissing palms. Whew, float to the heart and just feel it. Feel it all. Feel that energy. Feel that rise. Good. Beautiful. That was the end of our sun salutations. We'll inhale. Exhale the body forward fold. This time we'll step the foot on the left back. So you can have the option to come down to the knee. If you're down on the knee, you can put a blanket, but I'm ready to stand and get a little bit empowered. Reaching that heel back, and we'll inhale, swiping the hands up for a standing lunge. Squeeze through the inner thighs. Exhale. If it's too much, you can root that hind foot down more for a warrior one if you need a little bit more stability here. Welcome the breath in. Good. Send it away. Two more. Be present. Beautiful. We'll exhale if you haven't already and root that hind foot down. If you lose your balance, it's okay. It happens sometimes. You want a nice straight leg on both legs, but also micro bend. So a little bit of a micro bend. Hips face that short edge of the mat. Reach through the heels as you press, press, press. Activate your pelvic wall. Low back loves to arch here. So press your pelvic wall down. Press the low belly in. Shoulders extend up towards the sky. Now hands will come to the hip creases and start hinging forward for a pyramid pose. Root through that front toe pad. First variation, you can just stay here. You can start hinging as deep as the body will allow you. Another option is the hands can airplane back. You can also reach for opposite elbows. You can grab for the shirt, the pants, the leggings, whatever you got rocking, or you can interlace the fingers together and start squeeze the palms in and drive up to the sky. Welcome that breath in. Send it away. Big breath comes in and then sends it away. From here, we're transitioning into warrior three. So if it's too much to bind the hands, you can unbind them. The first variation of a warrior three is going to be with blocks. You can release them below the shoulder and you can just tap back if this is where you are. Maybe you can press the heel up and back and be here with your heart forward. Another variation is you can slowly start hovering the hands up towards the heart. Reach the heel back, both hips face down. You can airplane the arms back or more advanced. The hands will reach forward in for a Kali Mudra, which is interlacing all of the fingers except for the pointer, and the thumb on the left crosses over the right. Exhale, you've got 5 breaths. Extend, find strength. If you float or fall out, just come back. Open and flatten through the foot. 2 more, be present. Good. We'll exhale, float the body forward. I know that was hard. You've totally freaking got this. You can step back into a kneeling plank or an extended plank. Shift the hips side to side. You can float down chest, chin, hips, or you can exhale for that chaturanga. If you're coming in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You could inhale for the upward facing dog or the cobra. Hips reach up and back. If you need a little bit of a break, you can come in for a child's pose. Just take a moment to just gather all that energy, to feel that active aliveness within you. 1 more. Good. We'll press the hips up. Come up on the toes. Send the hips up and back for that downward dog. 3 breaths here. Welcome it in. Good. Send it away. 2 more. Good. This time we'll 3-legged dog on the opposite side. On that right side, toe reaches up and back. And then you'll step the foot forward. A little bit of a different way to get in than we did the last time. You can float down on that hind knee, or you can inhale up into this runner's lunge. You can always have blocks. They just help bring the floor a little bit closer to you. Just an option. It's always good to have options in our practice. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up, and you can stay up on this hind heel, or you can root it down. I'm feeling like we're doing the exact same side, so we totally are. We're going to exhale the body forward because sometimes your yoga teacher gets a little bit confused. Press the hips up and back. We'll 3-legged dog the opposite left side. This is how you just do a quick correction, because even in yoga, sometimes your teacher messes up because we came through a different way. So we'll step the left foot forward, hind foot on the right is back, and then sweep it up. See? This teaches us that we have to go with the flow of life, and even if we mess up, we can get back on track and we can correct ourselves. So, right? Opposite side now instead of doing the same side twice, because we wouldn't want that. This happens sometimes. Inhale, you can sweep the arms up. Again, you always have the option to come down low on the knee. Just pad that foot. Breath comes in. Good. Sends it away. Deep, expansive breath. Beautiful. Last one. Get rooted. Squeeze through the pelvic wall. If you haven't already, root that hind foot down at a 45-degree angle and start straightening both legs. Micro bend here. Pyramid pose. So hands at the hip creases. Start hinging forward. Be mindful you're not locking out the knees. You can reach for blocks, the thigh. You can come for the airplane. You can grab the back of the shirt, elbows, or interlace the palms and drive them up to the sky. If you're feeling a little off whack, like off balance, I just had to kind of toe heel my left foot out. 3 breaths, welcome it in, and send it away. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. We'll exhale the arms forward, so we'll come in for that warrior 3. So remember, your first variation was blocks below shoulders, and you can just tap back. So you want your hips and your heart towards the mat where you can start hovering. So wherever you were on the other side, find it here on this side. If it was that more advanced Kali Mudra, interlace all of the fingers except for the pointer. Reach forward, cross that left thumb over the right, 5 breaths. Root through the front toe pad, open, expand the feet. Press that heel up and back, shoulders press, root through the heel. 3 breaths. Last one. Exhale that body forward, my beautiful friend. And we'll step the body back. Exhale, sink back, this time for a traditional child's pose. And just take a moment. Maybe you want to open up your knees, heavy your head. Maybe you want to just hug yourself, feel all that active, all that alive energy. And maybe notice how you feel in this child's pose now versus when we first began this practice. Tapping into the center of your heart and awakening the mantra, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. You can slowly and mindfully push yourself up to a seated position. And we'll come to the bottom and allow yourself to get settled in on your back. And we'll inhale the knees up to the chest for an Apanasana, a double wind reliever. Hug the knees, shift a little side to side. Give yourself a little love, a little kindness. Beautiful. You can exhale the heel over the right knee and reach to that little keyhole you could interlace and then drive the heel up for a laying half of a pigeon or a laying figure 4. Rolling out the ankles, shift it side to side. Let that breath cool down your hips. How are you feeling? Notice it all. Drive that heel down. Exhale, opposite side. Heel reaches over, interlace through. Drive the heel up. Roll out the ankle. Give yourself a little love. Shift side to side. Beautiful. Inhale the knees up. Hands can cactus. And just exhale slowly and mindfully side to side. And you can slowly let the knees drape towards the screen. Hands can reach out to the side if you want this at the deepest capacity. Look towards the arm on that left side. Welcome the breath in. You can press down on the thigh on the top to make this a little bit of a deeper stretch. If that's too much, just back off. Find your edge. Good. Last one. With the power of your core and your booty, come back to center, shift a little side to side. I know in my body, if I just straight go into the supine twist, it hurts a lot. So then opposite side, hands reach out. Inhale. Deeply exhale. 2 more. Good. We'll bring the knees back to center. Find yourself in your Shavasana. You can put a pillow under the knees and extend the legs long. Hands will reach towards the sides and just settle in. And we'll come in more for this yoga nidra, this yogic sleep, this space of deep rest, deep relaxation. And just start by noticing your scalp. Notice your jaw, collect the tension and tightness, hold, and then inhale, clench the jaw, clench your fist, squeeze your bottom, and then exhale. Inhale, hold that stress, the strain of the world, and let it go. Allowing yourself to get a little bit comfy. You can lift the hips up, settle them down. Lift the shoulders up, settle them down. And awareness comes into a body scan to the top of the head, eyes, Gently scanning down the eyelids, heaving the lids, unclenching the jaw, perhaps licking the lips. Notice the throat and the neck. How can you soften a little bit more here? Softening through shoulders, elbows, wrists, palms of the hands to each fingertip, allowing a wave of relaxation that washes over arms to heart to belly, softening through the spine, letting go of all muscular effort, softening through hips, completely letting go at the pelvic wall. A wave of relaxation washes over the thighs, softening knees, relaxing shins to calves, softening heels to tops of feet and soles of the feet, allowing a wave of relaxation that washes from toe to toe, allowing a reverse wave of relaxation that softens deeper to legs, thighs, hips, belly, back, heart, shoulders, throat, to the top of the head, allowing the body to feel held, to feel safe, to feel replenished, to feel stronger today. Envisioning the strength of the mountains, the strength of the mountains, the fluidity and flexibility of water, the fluidity and flexibility of water, the freedom of the birds, the freedom of the birds, the calm and the quiet of a gentle snow, the calm and the quiet of a gentle snow, the gentle tides rolling in and out, the gentle tides rolling in and out, allowing your body to be empowered, to be inspired, to feel stronger today. And you can gently roll onto the side in a fetal position with me. You can hug the knees into the chest or stay on the back and receive these healing affirmations with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful to be alive. I am grateful to be alive. I am empowered. I am empowered. I am empowered. And you can use that top arm as a kickstand and meet in a seated position and just bring those palms, kissing palms towards your heart center, just drawing in a full embodied breath. Exhale. And just notice any effects that you've experienced throughout this practice. The love and the light within me honors and acknowledges the love and the light within you. Namaste, my friend. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
You're so good boy. You're so good boy.